Hey, welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. I hope you're watching this at 7 o'clock this evening. I am currently, I hope, I will be sitting at the scoreboard doing a soccer game this evening. At least we have a nice weather. Last week I froze on the days that I worked games, but today it looks like it's going to be really nice outside. I didn't want to miss another Monday. Last week I missed, Kent had his surgery on Monday, and I didn't want um, to be up in my craft room. I wanted to be with him in case he needed me last Monday. So I didn't do a live and didn't plan ahead. Um, but I didn't want to miss 2 weeks in a row. So I want to share a card with you today. It's a card using some of the product that is going away on the last chance list. That list starts at midnight tonight, 12:01. You can start ordering. Everything's while supplies last. So if there's anything you need or really want, don't wait. If you want me to order it for you, send it to me this evening, and I will try to get it ordered first thing in the morning, so that you can get your items. Some things are up to 50% off, so there are some really good deals. But then some of them are regular price. So you'll just need to look and check out um, the list. I have sent the email list to you. I have my desk already, and then I worked on something else. So if you see me working, it's because I'm trying to get my desk clean before I flip the camera around. All right, so I'm going to flip the camera around here so I can start sharing my project today. All right, I'm going to try to do better and have it on the screen so you guys can see what I'm doing today. All right, I am using polymer, so I've got my mat ready. We are going to use several items today. We, as in me, we're going to use I'm going to use the beautiful balloon dies, and I'm going to use the 2 balloons dies here. These, I believe, are going away. Happy labels. I want the, I think I'm going to use I'm So Happy You Were Born. I think I'll use that one. Color and contours, I'm going to use these dots here. This one is going away. It carried over last year, so we've had it a couple years. And we're going to play with the little monkeys. They are just so fun. They make me happy. They make me think of my grandson's bedroom. He has uh, animals on his wall, and he's got some monkeys, and I just think they're fun. All right, so I'm using pecan pie emboss paper, but I'm going to use Early Espresso ink because I want to make sure that the monkey, we get a good image. Now, when you look at the punch, there's just the one image because see, there's 3 different ones. Just this one has the punch. It also cuts out the banana, his little face, and then circles for his ears. So I'm going to stamp him in Early Espresso on my pecan pie paper. I think he stands out really well that way. And we're going to punch him. We were talking, I had a team meeting on Saturday. And I love that Stampin' Up! Is getting more and more advanced in the way they match up our stamps and punches and stamps and dies. Look how evenly that punches it out. Doesn't that look great? All right, then I want his little face to be done in the crumb cake. I'm going to use the Early Espresso again and punch, and we're going to cut it out. Now you do have to fussy cut the face because there isn't a punch for that. I don't, oh, there is too. I lied, there is a punch for that. So I just told you that and then I forgot. So we're going to line him up. That, punch out his little face. And of course, glue it together. So those of you wondering about Kent, his surgery went well. We went back on Tuesday last week. The surgery was Monday. And they said that the transplant part of his cornea was 100% attached at that point. But he cautioned us that it was attached like that because the bubble was holding it in place. We're going to go back this Thursday for an update, and hopefully we'll hear that it's still attached. The bubble's going away. Kent's vision is improving, which is exciting. I'm so pleased. So thank you for those of you that prayed, for those of you that have touched base with us and checked on us. We're doing all right. All right, so I've got lemon lolly paper here, and I'm using Daffodil Delight, I believe. Yep, Daffodil Delight. And I can't remember. Oh, yep, that's going to work. Got all that extra paper in there because I cut that off. Okay, so I'm going to slide my banana in so I can cut that out. And on my card today, only one little monkey is lucky enough to have a banana. All right, so I am also using the deckled, I believe they're called deckled rectangles. Yep, deckled rectangles. If you don't have these, I would strongly encourage you to check into getting them. I love the way that they layer together and work together. All right, so I'm showing you a tip for how to save on paper. So we are going to mat the lemon lime twist onto the white. And so I have all that area in there that would just be an extra layer. So if I take this here, place it in the middle, I'm going to go off camera, but I promise I'm just going to run it through the die machine. Use some masking tape here, masking paper, and run it through. I always love it when I find a way to be frugal. If you've come to class, you know I always compliment people when they stamp on the edge and try not to use a lot of paper, because that's the way I craft. I hate to be wasteful. Now the lemon lime is going to fit right over the top, but I wanted to add some dimension to that. So I grabbed the twisted rope embossing folder. I'm going to lay it in here, and I think I've shared this with you a few times, but our cardstock will break down better if you spray a light mist over the paper, and that just helps the fiber break down. I'm going to use the line that they give us so that my lines are nice and straight. And I'm going to run that through the die cut machine as well. Now let me show you on the first one. I used the base and then the two clear plates. This one, I'm just using the base, and where'd it go? There it is. And number 4. If you're using an embossing folder that is the 3D, you need to use number 4. It's the perfect height and the right depth for your embossing. If it's our thinner embossing folders, you would use 2 clear plates. Now look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at all that depth in there. You can see the dark lines, and then there's other lines weaving across it. I think that's really pretty. And see, they'll never know that I cut out that middle part. I did not get too much water on it this time, so I'm going to be able to glue it down to the white. So that last chance list, I think I interrupted myself. Okay, this is Azure Afternoon, and it's 5.5 by 8.5, and I've just scored it at 4 1/4 so that it's scored in the middle. Grab my bone folder, throw it on the floor, and have to pick it up. If you can't tell, I am trying to hurry a little bit. I've got to be at the school at 4 o'clock, and we get out at 2:45. So trying to quickly get my video done. I came home. They didn't need me second block, which starts about 9:15. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to run home, find a project that I can share, get everything ready and record it because I didn't have to be back to school for about an hour. I thought, I bet I can get it done. Got home, realized I'd left my laptop at school, and I tried to use Kent's, and I could see myself, but I couldn't get it to switch around so that I could show my workspace. Well, you don't want to look at me, you want to see what I'm working on. So I had to punt on that idea and come home in between school and the game to try to get this done. All right, so what I'm doing right now is I want to punch out ear circles for the monkey. So I got one when I did the face, but I missed the other one. So I thought I was being really smart to finish the story, but it didn't work. So I'm recording this at about 3:15. I really hope to be live next week. I don't think I have any more Monday games, and Kent doesn't have surgery scheduled next week. So hopefully I'll be live at 7. I am going to try to still stay on YouTube. I'm having a little more luck trying to get that to work than I am on Facebook. All right, so there's my little monkey. Now I wanted to use the little monkey that hangs down. So before I started the video, and actually I prepped this a little while ago, I went ahead and did my little monkey here. And again, I did the face, and I want him to be, this one, it's like he's got his eyes shut. Hands are sticking together, sorry. So I stamped him just like I did this one in the pecan pie with the early espresso ink, and then did the same thing on crushed crumb cake. And then I'm gonna do his little face again. And I did cut the circles down. Actually, I used my resources. These little dots come from the Dot and Spots die cut die. Woo, Dots and Spots die. And I just ran some crumb cake paper through there so his little circles are smaller. Now he needs to hang on something. So I thought the perfect thing for him to hang on would be a happy birthday greeting. So I used the want to say, sticking to make sure I use the right name. Yep, wanted to say die. It's got happy birthday, and I just think this is so cool. I believe this one is carrying over into the new catalog. I put adhesive sheet on the back before I ran it through so that when I pull this off now, it is sticky and ready to go. And I don't see my take a pic tool. I took it to school today, so I use a pair of scissors. So I'm going to line this up here. What I love about the wanted to say is that they provide the interior and the shadow, or the written in the shadow. I'm going to do happy right there, and then do birthday. Did you do this when you were in school? Oh my gosh, I had notebooks covered where I would try to write a word, write my name, and then I would go back and try to outline it or do flowers and outline them. And so this reminds me of high school. Put in the chat, did you do that? What was your favorite word to do? I'm guessing some of you probably did your boyfriend or the guy you had a crush on. My name didn't seem very fun to do, but I tried anyway. So now I'm going to add the birthday. If you wanted a lot of color, I could have done the birthday in the lemon lime. Since the white is outlining it, it's going to be a break from the embossed paper here. And this is what I think is fun. So I cut the monkey out. I did have to hand cut him, fussy cut, as we say. And I'm going to hook him right there. So he's hanging on the happy birthday. Isn't that cute? I just think that's fun. Yeah, I know. I'm getting kind of silly here. Happy with myself. So because he's hanging like that, I think he needs to be popped up a little bit. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals and pop up the happy birthday as well as the monkey. I meant to look up to see if the monkey punch is going to be reduced on the 9th tomorrow, and I forgot to look. So I will try to look that up when I get home from the games tonight, and I'll post that or I'll put it in a comment underneath the post, both on YouTube and on Facebook, because hopefully both of these will post at 7 o'clock tonight. So whether you're a Facebook person or a YouTube person, you'll get to see this. I do like that the sun is coming through my window here a little bit, providing some nice light. I don't even have my normal lights on. I'm just doing it with sunlight. So did you see the eclipse today? Speaking of the sun. All right, so what I did was I took those two balloon dies and I cut out some balloons so that I would have some options here. And of course, my balloons need string. So I pulled out the white twine. Now, the way I like to do my balloons, because I like some depth, but I don't want them to look like they're floating too much, is I put a dimensional on the top, and then I put a glue dot at the bottom. And when I put the glue dot at the bottom, it serves two purposes. One, it holds the balloon down, and two, I can attach my string to it. And when you don't have your take a pick tool, a pair of scissors works. And I want my monkey to hold the strings. So I made my strings, I hope, long enough here that I'll be able to kind of adjust them and make it look like he's holding the balloons, ready to give them to someone. All right, so of course the balloons are going to go up here at the top. I love this paper. And the good news is, I believe it is staying. We actually, I don't remember a time where paper has carried over, but we actually have some papers that are carrying over this time. That is awesome for those of us that always feel guilty when we can't use up all our supplies. All right. Before catalog retires, we're going to get some more time. So then I'm going to take my string and I'm going to just put it over the top of his hand and let it come down and go underneath there so it kind of holds in place. And I'm going to pop this monkey up as well. Here comes back to that frugal part. Take the edge of the dimensionals, cut little strips. I do have class this week. It's the April Technique and Funfold class, Wednesday at 4 o'clock and Friday at 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock. The 7 o'clock class on Friday has one spot left. The 4 o'clock has two, and I do have 3 spots on Wednesday at 4 o'clock. So if you can join us on Wednesday, I have space, and I have a little bit of space on Friday. Okay. Get this little guy set up here. And then I thought this little guy should have a banana. So I'm going to put just a little bit of adhesive on there. And I'll put a banana in his hand. Isn't that cute? I just think that's fun. This was actually one of my swaps that I made earlier in the year, and it was something I just hadn't been able to share. So there's my monkeys. Now let's do the inside. So I'm going to take the piece that we cut out of the white here, and I thought it would make a nice piece on the inside. And then I took the lemon lime and did the next size bigger on the rectangle dies. So that's what's so nice. It gives you a mat very easily. All right, so in the happy labels, I'm going to do the I'm so happy you were born. I think this is a great card for kids. And I need to grab my phone mat again. And the Azure Afternoon ink. I thought about stamping a monkey on here, but decided that might make it just a little too busy because the piece isn't as large as I usually have to decorate. But I didn't want just a greeting. So I looked at the color and contour, and I like these spots. So we're just going to add some lemon lime spots around my greeting. All right, here we go. Doesn't that add a lot? And it was so simple. See, it just adds just a little bit of something. So it's not just the text. Oh, my desk looks like always. Always such a mess, you can't get to anything. I was talking with somebody, I think it was at On Stage, and we were talking about how, we have this nice sized desk space that we can use. And then we start crafting and the space gets smaller and smaller. And by the time we're working on a project, there's hardly any space. And see, I had a clean desk. This morning, I actually cleaned my desk off. That was the first thing I did when I came home and got home at 9:30. And now there's stuff everywhere again. So there you go. I could have added the monkey in there if I wanted. Or there's an open banana. You could just say, just swinging by to say hi. That would have been cute. So there you go. Isn't that a fun birthday card? What kid wouldn't enjoy getting that? All right, well, I hope you enjoy this video. I'm happy to order for you starting tomorrow on the last chance list. If your order is under 80, I would encourage you to send it to me to save on shipping fees. If it's over that, then it's up to you. You can have it shipped to yourself, or I can do it for you. Classes this week, let me know if you can attend and be watching. I'm going to send out details about one more class this month. And Kitten Cup is next Tuesday on the 16th. Have a great day. Sorry it's another video, but hopefully I'll be live next Monday.